Shedeur Sanders will be in the upcoming NFL draft that will happen later this year. He will be expected to go anywhere from the top overall pick all the way to the seventh pick of the first round. Shedeur plays quarterback and he comes out of the University of Colorado, where he played for Deion Sanders, his dad, and his head coach. He also played with his brother Shiloh and longtime friend Travis Hunter. Now, Travis Hunter, while at the University of Colorado, played both sides of the ball, played offense and defense, and he won the Heisman Trophy this year. Shedeur's stats this season was pretty amazing. He threw for 4,134 yards. He threw 37 touchdowns and had just 10 interceptions. Before playing 2 seasons at Colorado, he played at Jackson State University for 2 seasons, where the team won 2 SWAC titles. Sanders threw for 30 touchdowns and then 40 touchdowns while at Jackson State. And then he threw for 27 touchdowns and then 37 touchdowns at the University of Colorado. With so many experts who rate the players, do grading, and a thing that happens over the last few years, having 4 or 5 mock drafts going on. It kind of wears you thin and confuses you about what player will be going to what team. And most of the experts that claim to be experts are just guessing anyway. In my opinion, I feel like the players who go through interviews and meetings with team executives and higher ups and head coaches, they will probably have more of a feeling about what team will probably be pushing for them to play with them than what an expert would say. The thing that I look at when I see Shedeur Sanders, there's something that I don't see being mentioned much anyway. Shedeur Sanders is 23 years old. Most NFL drafts, when picking, will have a couple of few 20-year-olds, but mostly 21 and 22-year-olds. It may seem like a small thing that he's 23 and a lot of other players is 22, but that speaks a lot for a player who, when done right, can get an extra year that would be maturity as well as building enough confidence that a team will let you lead them and listen to you. So I like the fact that he has the age of it as well as the experience. The 2 years he played at Jackson State, there were naysayers that were saying, oh, he's just doing that at a small college. If he was playing with the big boys, he wouldn't be able to do that. Well, he went on with the big boys playing at Colorado and improved upon those numbers. And in the early runnings, he was in the Heisman conversation as well. Most naysayers that attack Shedeur will always want to point out, well, he's been sacked an awful lot. The thing about it is this. Anybody and everybody knows that Colorado, with all of its superstar transfers and selections, had a not good offensive line. Meaning, there was no protection for Shedeur as quarterback and no open lanes for anybody playing running back. So they weren't being fair when they talked about all of the sacks as if it was all Shedeur. Now, they're trying to give you a way of saying that he held the ball too long. The thing is this: to be sacked as much as he did and to only have 10 interceptions makes him look even greater, especially when you are throwing 37 touchdowns. It shows that you had to have some form of escapability, some form of ability to roll out and throw to a second or third option, because you had no time to throw because the pocket collapsed around you. But since he didn't panic and he made a good play out of it, this is what a lot of the NFL scouts are raving about, talk about. Now, as I stated before, Shedeur came from Jackson State. Let me speak about that for a minute. The whole run for Shedeur so far has been his dad, Dion, head coaching at Jackson State and Colorado. His brother Shiloh playing alongside with him, and Travis Hunter and a couple other players too. So he had his comfort zone with him. And there's a lot to be said about that. So now he's going to go somewhere, basically, not just alone, but not with his family, unless someone gets drafted alongside of where he gets drafted. I would say the thing that's most expected and that didn't happen was with Shedeur and Shiloh and Travis leaving Colorado. I have expected that Dion would leave. I thought this was a time where he would either go and take a job in the NFL, even if it was assistant coach or whatever, or I thought he would go into a bigger powerhouse college, knowing that he is a great recruiter, and wherever he went in college, recruits would follow. So far, that hasn't happened. So, okay, back to my subject on Shedeur. I'm waiting to see, as these weeks goes on and more is brought about with player interviews and everything else that's going on. The top quarterback that I have been hearing about was Cam Ward, coming out of Florida State, and that Shedeur will be the second quarterback coming out. There's also some great defensive players coming out that is expected to go either one or two. Let me give you the top 7 NFL draft order if there are no trades. All right? The first pick is going to be the Tennessee Titans. Picking second will be the Cleveland Browns. Third, New York Giants. Fourth, New England Patriots. Picking fifth, Jacksonville Jaguars. Picking sixth, Las Vegas Raiders. Picking seventh, New York Jets. I'm going to stop right there because just about every team I named is in quarterback need, with the exception of maybe Jacksonville. But at the same time, how long are we going to wait for Trevor Lawrence to see if he's going to do that? Okay. Well, with that being the top 7 picks, that's why I said there could be a possibility of Shedeur going from the first pick overall all the way to the 7th, even though Cam Ward, by the experts, is rated as a higher quarterback. So this is going to be an interesting draft. And also, let us not forget, if Shedeur impressed enough in his meetings and interviews, there could be a team that I didn't name that could want to sneak up, trade up to try to get him as well. So keep an eye on that happening as well. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close that out. I just wanted to sneak that in there and give a shout out and see where Shedeur is going to land. And while we're looking at it, might as well see where Travis is going to land and see just how far Shiloh goes before he gets picked. So I'll close this out. And I thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.